Young World, LOD 321, LOD versus the Internet. Now I'm gonna tell you about how the movie Straight Outta Compton and the movie Training Day and Suge Knight are all connected by and being controlled by what people call the Illuminati / Freemason / CIA / them people / hidden forces / whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? This to me is proof of how this works as far as this situation right here. Now, as far as the movie Training Day, the character that Denzel Washington plays, his name is Alonzo. That's who Suge Knight, he's representing who Suge Knight is. Denzel is Suge Knight in the movie Training Day. So you gotta realize that the movie Training Day was shot in the actual blood set in Compton. A lot of stuff for this movie to be done a lot of things had to be done in order for this movie to be able to be made where it was shot at. A lot of real influence had to be used. A lot of things had to happen. These are actual bloods on this movie. Some people are actors, but when they're on this blood set, this poverty neighborhood part of this Wikipedia article to you, they wanted the movie to look authentic as possible and shot on location in some of the most infamous neighborhoods in Los Angeles. They even obtained permission to shoot in the Imperial Courts housing project, the first time LA street gangs had allowed cameras to be brought into that neighborhood. The crew also filmed in Hoover Block and Baldwin Village. Parts of the film were shot on a dead-end street called Palmwood Drive, where the Black Peastone Blood Gang members were seen on rooftops. Clay Shahi Sloan, that's Bone, the gang technical advisor of Training Day, managed to get on screen real-life gang members from the Rolling 60 Crips, PJ Watts Crips, and BP Stones, a blood set. This is an actual blood set. These are actual bloods in this movie. This is real stuff going on right here. Now you got Suge Knight. Like I said, you got Denzel Washington, whose name is Alonzo in the movie. His character, he's representing who Suge Knight is. On Denzel Washington's crew, his crew of crooked cops, that's Death Row. That's his crew. What proves that even is that Dr. Dre is on his crew of crooked cops, on his Death Row crew members, on these cops. That's who Death Row is. Lonzo, the Suge, the crooked cops that he controls, that's Death Row, and they got Dr. Dre in there with that. Now here's where it gets deep. Here's where it gets spooky at. On the set, you gotta alternate the word set. Set is used in two different ways. And Straight Outta Compton, the word set means the set on the movie. Like how any movie is. You come into the set, you're on the set, the scenes are being shot, this is where the movie's being made, on the set. In the movie Training Day, set represents the blood set. This is the gangster set. That's what gang members call their neighborhood, their area, their turf. It's the set. And that's what set means in Training Day. So in Training Day, who's protecting the set? Who's the OGs of the set on Training Day? You got Bone, who's really a blood in real life, who's really a Pyro gangster in real life. And you got Terry Crews in the movie, on the Training Day movie. And notice how Terry Carter / Terry Crews is the only person in the whole scene that's wearing all black. Everybody else, they're the ones that are sitting there controlling the set. They're like the holding the set down. They're protecting the set. They're the main dude. They're the OGs out there. Now on the Straight Outta Compton movie set, who you got there? You got Bone, the same dude from the Training Day, the movie, protecting the actual Straight Outta Compton movie set. And you got Terry Carter, who's the man that Suge Knight ran over and killed. So at the Straight Outta Compton movie set, you got Bone and Terry Carter protecting the set. They're pretty much bodyguarding the set. How ironic is it that on the movie Training Day and the real blood set, they're showing you Bone there with somebody whose real name is Terry, who is Terry Crews. I forget what his character's name is on the movie, but you got Bone and Terry protecting the set there, the same way you got Bone and Terry protecting the movie set Straight Outta Compton. Then you got, anytime on the movie, Alonzo he's trying to make these shady deals and do certain stuff. He got to go get these shady warrants from a higher group of crooked commissioners and crooked cops and people that are really running the whole entire organization he's in. he has to go to them to get to anything he wants to really do, any kind of moves he really wants to make. He has to go to them to get approval. He got to get permission. He got to get documents. He got to get paperwork. Anything he has to do, he has to go through them. All these white men in this room, those people being in that room on the movie, who they really represent is Jimmy Iovine, Liar Cohen, Rick Rubin. Those are the people that are on the movie. That's who they represent in the Illuminati. And then the people that Denzel Washington on the movie Alonzo has beef with, the people that kill him in the end are the Russians. So at one point when Jake, the white cop, he's trying to recruit, that's not really trying to be down with him, he leaves him there to get set up by the Mexicans. They end up telling him, look, Alonzo is in debt with these Russians because at Vegas he blew some money and messed around and went off his edge and messed up one of the Russians. So now he's indebted now. What that's telling you is that this is another faction of the Illuminati, some other people that's involved in this, that he offended, that he did something wrong to, that he got to pay the price for. That's why they told him, they said, the Mexican dude told him, he did that to the dude. He said, it turns out he's a somebody. The Russian dude was a somebody. What he's saying is, turns out he's affecting the wrong people. So by going to the movie set, the Straight Outta Compton movie set, you're affecting some other people that are the same people who are still involved in it. But now what they're saying is the same people that let him operate to begin with, all these people that are running the whole industry, even though it looked like Jimmy Iovine was against Suge Knight and he came there and they tried to broke it up. Whether Suge knew it or not, Jimmy Iovine and these people are the people that are letting him operate. That's where his power was coming from, whether he knew that or not. So what they're telling you in the movie, he affected the Russians. Some other people, when they say somebody, some other people that are connected, what they're saying is, by going to the Straight Outta Compton, he's going there thinking he's going at Dr. Dre and beefing about his image being portrayed in the movie and stuff like that. What he don't realize is that he's interfering with some other Illuminati stuff, with some other business that these people have going on. He's thinking he's going at Dre, but in reality, he's not realizing he's going there. He's messing up the program with the same people that allowed him to operate in the beginning. Now he's interfering with their program. So that's why they sat him down. That's why he's out of the picture now. That's why in the movie, he gets killed in the end. Right now, he's locked up, and depending on if he's going with the program now, what he's doing now when he's locked up, depending on how he acts right here, can determine whether he can get off with a light charge or whether he's going to go down for life or 20 years. Because people still don't understand. Just look how much Suge Knight's bail was when he locked him up. It was $25 million or something like that. $25 million. That should tell you right there that there's a bigger thing going on with this whole entire thing. 20-something million dollars. That's just crazy. You know what I mean? It could have been 1 million and there's murderers that get 1 million bail. So at the end of the movie, like I said, when he's coming there on the regular training day movie, Bone and Terry Crews, they're the ones, they're like I said, they're holding the set down. So he comes there, he got beef with Jake. He wants them to take Jake down. He's telling them to get them. They're like, nah, we're not. They're like, we're done. We're not doing that. He's trying to get them to do his dirty work the same way he always has had people around him do his dirty work. But everybody that has been around him has only really been there because they're just respecting his position. The same way they respected Alonzo's position in the movie. He was a cop. He was a crooked cop. So their thing was, they weren't really respecting him as a person. They were respecting his position. The same way they were respecting Suge Knight's position. Everybody around him in death row, nobody around him seemed to really like him when it was all said and done. He was a bully. He was ignorant. He was doing crazy shit, crazy pranks. He was just all crazy all the way around. So people wasn't there because they liked Suge Knight the person. They was there because of what he represented, the position that he had. He was in a position to pay you, a position to make you some money, if he was going to give you some money. Because everybody's saying he really wasn't paying nobody and stuff like that. So that's who Alonzo was in the movie. He representing Suge Knight, the person. And at the end, when they tried to get them to get Jake, they said, nah, we're not doing that. You got to do that on your own. You got to put your own work in. So he flipped on them. You know what I'm saying? Turned on everybody in his crew. And it all went down as the same way Death Row all came apart. In the end, everybody left. Everybody was all in beef with Suge Knight anyway. Maybe like 1 or 2 people are still left that really still mess with Suge, but for the most part, everybody that was with him, they didn't really turn on him. Their true colors came out because, yeah, they turned on him, but they had a reason to turn on him because of the stuff he was doing. And you got to think, like I said, with the Illuminati, with the people, the commission that he was answering to in that room, the same people that run everything. For this movie to be made, the Training Day movie, like I said, there was real blood. There was on a real blood set. It was real blood territory. Things that had to really be done in order for that to be made.